Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking. If it means a lot that you guys keep clicking. If you guys keep clicking, I'll keep making. And today we're talking all about the players that we have left in the game. We have a few really good players. Again, a post merge that I think has been pretty mid so far, but definitely a potential to have at least a few good episodes towards the back end of this season that I think has been overall pretty mid. And so in this video, I want to discuss the boot order that I think will take place and how the final three scenarios will work out in the end, who will vote for who, and who ends up going home the winner of this season. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff because it's free, it's easy, and it really helps the channel out. All right, so as I'm filming this, it's final 7, next episode. So I think in this next round, we're going to see a big blindside, and I would absolutely croak over dead if it wasn't Carla or Jesse going. Maybe Cody, because they're scared to go after Jesse with his idols, but I think for the most part, the two big threats here are Carla and Jesse. Now, how can Jesse go home? Well, we saw Gabler kind of foreshadowing his plan to get, Jesse and Cody more weak because they're very powerful. He pointed them out as big threats in the game. And I think Carla and Cassidy would go along with that plan. I think Sammy follows Carla really to the bathroom at this point. He's basically her bitch. And so I feel like at this point, that's 4 to get out Jesse. It's a matter of the idol play. Is it played correctly? Is it played at all? If so, do they split votes, maybe 3, 2, and then 2 votes to Jesse and Cody? But then they would need to make sure that they flip that extra person, who I believe is Owen. So they would need to get all 5 votes on them to split votes. And even then, it's still iffy if somebody flips it. And I feel like if somebody does flip that split vote, that's where Carla is in trouble, because then it's now 3, 2, and 2, and Carla has the 3 votes. So splitting is very risky here, and if they split, I could see it blowing back on Carla and it being the big Carla boot instead. Then that saves the next round for Jesse to go. But I'm going to assume that they successfully get Jesse out. I don't know how, but I think that they find a way, they trick him. I don't know, something. But I'm going to go with Jesse. I understand he has 2 idols, but I think they find a way with a split vote or something. Maybe he plays the idol wrong for Cody, or plays the idol not at all. I feel like Jesse goes in this first round. Okay, the round of 6 to me is iffy here. I think they either get out Cody after getting out Jesse just to completely quell that alliance, because they're also afraid that Cody's a huge threat, or they get out Carla because she's a huge threat just as far as like jury and strategy. Cody's more of a social and just like people like him, but Carla's played arguably one of the more controlling games, has more allies on the jury, and James, and maybe Cassidy's also on the jury. So I feel like it's going one way or the other. I'm gonna go with Carla. I feel like if they're smart, they get out Carla here. Although I think if Cody doesn't win immunity here, it's probably best to get out Cody now while you still can. You never know if he's going to go on a streak of wins. And so I'm curious to see what they do here. I'm going to guess Carla, but it's definitely iffy. And it is really hard to predict this post-merge, which seems to be so unpredictable. The round of 5, I think Cody is now zeroed in as the big target. I think everybody sees how many people like Cody on the jury, how the jury is a lot male, and the males are going to respect his game maybe a bit more than the female jury would. And so I think they're going to see all of that, as well as the fact that he's just an awesome guy and actually deserves the money. You know, he's not just some like asshole. And so I feel like people are going to see that, and they're going to want to vote him out. Now, there's 2 scenarios that I could run, one where he wins immunity and one where he doesn't. I'm going to have to do the one where he doesn't, because I can't just say, okay, Cody's guaranteed immunity at this spot because of the challenges in this new era being so BS. Like the person who's the strongest almost never wins. It's all about like some weird like feet challenge or something, like the balls going down the shoot challenge. It's very silly. So I can't really say that he'll win for sure. I'm going to assume that he doesn't win this challenge. And if that's the case, I think he probably goes home here, probably in a unanimous vote, similar to a Ricard from Survivor 41, where I feel like Ricard just never had a chance if he didn't win immunity. And I feel like that's what's going to happen with Cody here. And that means at 4, we are left with Owen, Sammy, Cassidy, and Gabler. At the challenge, I think we see a Sammy win here, although I think it could be close and Cassidy could maybe be better at like a balancing or a focus challenge. I feel like in the end, I'm going to have to go with Sammy. I think on paper, he's just better at challenges. He's won more this season in the post-merge, so I feel like he has a better shot here. And if that's the case, I feel like Sammy takes Gabler with him to the end here, leaving Cassidy versus Owen for the fire making challenge. My prediction here is that Owen loses and Cassidy wins, getting to the final three. Then at final three, let's go through the entire jury and see where they vote based off of this abysmal final three. Again, this is a very boring and like disappointing final three, but it's something that could happen. Okay, first off, Janine and Carla, I think, are almost locks for Cassidy. I feel like they both want to vote for a female at the end. It's tough, but that's just how it is, and I think it's very likely that they just blindly vote for Cassidy. On top of that, I think Carla has been allies with Cassidy for most of the game, so she wants to give someone who she feels like kind of helped her the most the win. And so I think Janine and Carla are locks for Cassidy. I think James is obviously voting for Owen. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's probably going to vote for either Cassidy or Sammy. I could see Sammy. I'm really trying to reach here. I think it's probably going to be a Cassidy vote here, though. I think he votes with Carla. Ryan, I think, is a lock for Sammy here. Noelle, I think, also a lock with Sammy here. On top of that, I also see Cody going with Sammy, Jesse probably going with Sammy, and now all of the sudden, that's 4-3. So it just started out 3-0, and now it's 4-3. Now the jury has 8 people, so this last person, I think, is going to decide it, and this last person is Owen. And it's funny because like me and my friends always joke about how Owen kind of has like soy boy, like male feminist vibes, but I think in the end here, he probably votes for Sammy. Again, him and Sammy have been together since day one. Although they haven't been super close, Sammy hasn't done anything huge to betray him. They're definitely the 2 closest people on their tribe that's still in the game. I think, you know, between them and Gabler, I think they're close. To me, it just seems like it's probably going to be a Sammy vote, and that's a 5-3 win for Sammy. Now, I'm not going to lie, before I started this, I was kind of projecting a Cassidy win with this final 3, but now that I kind of do it out loud, it seems like it's going to be a Sammy win, which would be super surprising, wouldn't really make much sense, and really hopefully we don't have to make this choice with this final 3 scenario. But what do you think? First, who do you want to win? And second, who do you think is actually going to win? Let me know down below in the comments. Again, check out the live show after every episode. None of this happens without you guys. Without you guys, I'm just a weird guy speaking into a weird microphone. If that's what, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.